Record. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, thanks for joining me today, guys. I am going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen. So I'll introduce you. This is Ray. We have a whole bunch of ghost activations coming up this year, and Ray is going to help manage. So he's just sitting on the meeting, just getting a feel for how I typically run the ghost activations. Well, thanks for showing up to the BA training. I appreciate it. We'll get through this quickly. Our client is Ghost Energy. They have a zero sugar energy drink. I don't know if you've tried it or not. I've tried one flavor. It was pretty good actually, and my teenager liked it. And their big draw is, and it especially draws Gen Z, is they have Sour Patch Kid flavors. Really big draw for that generation. Our event is we are going to be participating in the Mardi Gras crowd. It's going to be February 10th and 11th. Start time is at 11 a.m. and end time is at 3. And they just worked into the plan that the distributor is going to drive a vehicle to the event site, and we'll look at that on the slide. It's going to be 2 different locations for each day. And they are going to bring the product. So that makes it a little bit simpler, especially for Rixie. And they are going to provide a branded tent, but it's not going to be a ghost tent, is my understanding. It's going to be, I think it's Southern Eagle is the distributor. So we're going to do both. We're going to have the branded wagon and also the tent. And you guys are going to hand out full can samples of Ghost. Okay, so on Saturday, and I will download this slide and email it to you both. On Saturday, you guys are going to meet on the corner of North Olympia Street and Orleans Avenue. I don't want to say Orleans. And then on Sunday, you're going to meet at the New Orleans Hamburger and Seafood on St. Charles Avenue near Napoleon, somewhat near Napoleon. That was their descriptor, but it's Southern Eagle is what you're looking for, the Southern Eagle vehicle. I understand it's going to be a refrigerated truck. They're supposed to be getting a contact name and phone number to me. I'm probably going to have to send an email after we're done with this just to remind them, hey, we need that information. But I would like to have that. If you guys don't see anybody, you can reach out to me. I'll make some calls and see, did we have a miscommunication? Were they not able to park there? Could be a number of scenarios. So this gives you an idea of what the wagon looks like. I need to change this out. I have several ghost pictures that I could swap this out for, but this gives you a general idea of what the wagon looks like. And you're just going to pull that around and hand out full can samples. Pretty cut and dry. The dress code, unfortunately, they were not able to order branded t-shirts for us. So please wear a plain black unbranded t-shirt. Your outerwear, I know it's going to be rainy and cold, so outerwear, black preferably, and unbranded. If you need, I don't know, doesn't seem like it's going to be very sunshiny, but no sunglasses, please. You can wear a plain black unbranded baseball cap if you need to shade your eyes from the sun if it does decide to shine. One never knows. The expectations to engage. You're going to approach people in the tent. I encourage you not to stand behind the table, but to stand in front. I honestly don't know if they're going to have a table. That was just all kind of thrown at me. So you guys are just going to have to roll with it depending on, whatever they bring is what we're going to use basically. But with the wagon, you're going to have to approach people. They aren't always going to come up to you. Be energetic because you are representing an energy drink. And with the wagon, you're going to be mobile. So move around, make sure you're moving around, and you're going to hand out full can samples. So this is one of the apps that you're going to need to download and use during this sampling. It's called Map My Walk. Go ahead and download it and log into it prior to heading out to the activation. The cell phone towers are probably going to be pretty crowded during Mardi Gras. So, but once you're on site and you're ready to go, like the tents or the tent set up or the wagon's ready and loaded up. I just want everybody to download Map My Walk, depending on, I don't know who's going to be where. It's going to be a lot of pivoting, I think, for this activation. So just have everybody download it and press start workout when you guys are loaded up and ready to go. And just keep it running the whole time, whether or not you're in the tent or pulling the wagon around. And once the activation is done, you've loaded up and you're ready to go, press pause and take a screenshot and send that to me. I always share that with the client just to give them proof of performance. It maps out everywhere you've been while that's app is activated. Oops. Okay, so no chewing gum during the activation. Please keep cell phone use limited to clocking in and out, your Map My Walk app, and the required pictures. Please don't use it for personal use unless it's an emergency, an absolute emergency during the activation. No sunglasses during the activation, and no smoking or vaping during the activation. Key messaging is pretty simple. Zero sugar, feel good energy, authentic flavors, electrolytes, hydration is here. They do have a hydration, and they also have a pre-workout, and they have it in powders as well. We now have 11 full-time flavors, Phase Pop now available nationally, as well as limited time flavor Strawbango Margarita. I have not tried that one, but it sounds intriguing. These are all the stores that you can purchase Ghost. It's good to keep this information in mind. Some people actually do ask sometimes. And you'll probably also get asked what alcohol to mix with Ghost. I have absolutely no ideas. I am not an alcohol specialist. This is the other app that you'll need to download for this activation. It's called Roosted HR. You do need to make sure when you're clocking in and out, make sure you're using the app, not the website. Initially, you were sent a link to do the onboarding paperwork that linked you to the website. You cannot actually clock in and out on the website, so make sure you download the app, log in, and you will see your shifts. I have not activated them yet, but I'll do that shortly. But once you log in, you'll see your shift. You can click on that. And prior to heading out, like today for both days, both your shifts, you can go ahead and check in. Check in does not clock you in. That just acknowledges that you received your shift and that you will be present. So once you're on site, you arrive on site, you're going to go ahead and clock in. So you're going to open up your Roosted HR app. You're going to select, again, open up your shift. And in your shift, once you've checked in, you need to select Submit Punch. That will clock you in. It's going to automatically route you to a camera screen. You're going to need to take a selfie outside your vehicle, capturing the scenery around you. And please make sure the location is on for this app. I would keep an eye on your app a little bit until your time punch goes through. Sometimes they won't go through because it's just those cell towers are so overcrowded. So sometimes it'll just scroll in a circle, scroll, or it'll give you an error message. If either occurs, go ahead and take a selfie and text that to me and I'll clock you in. So at the end of your shift, when you're packed up, you're ready to go. Last step is to clock out. You're going to open up your Roosted HR app, select your shift, and submit punch out to clock out. It's going to route you to the camera screen again. You're going to need to take another selfie, capturing the scenery around you, not inside your vehicle. And once that's submitted, you do have the option to sign for hours. But if you forget to sign for hours, it's okay. You'll still be paid. But I would encourage you to tap on that button and take a screenshot because that gives you a summary of all of your time punches. It's good to have for your records just in case you have any questions. Paydays are literally the 1st and 15th of each month. We go old school, we print checks. So your paychecks will be printed on the 15th and mailed out to you that day. And mail seems to be running a little bit slow these days. So please bear that in mind. So fortunately, we don't have to do product pickup. So a cooler truck, the Southern Eagle cooler truck is supposed to be meeting you guys at both those two locations that we spoke of earlier. It's 100 cases for 2 days. That's 50 cases a day. I think for 4 hours, you guys can make that stretch, just depending on how big the crowds are, but just do your best to make that stretch out. And I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, so Rixie, for you, just make sure you have the wagon and the sign and the zip ties for the signs and that tub that you purchased. You're going to place that inside the wagon. They're supposed to be bringing ice for this activation, and it's a refrigerated truck, so I think we'll be okay as far as the chilling of the beverages. But I do need you to take a minimum of 10 pictures each day and 2 vertical videos. You can share your Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn ID with me, and we can tag you on social media with the pictures. But if we use your videos on any of our social media accounts, you'll be given a gift card. Someone will send you a gift card. So take some good videos. Yeah, take some good ones. And it can be set up, tear down, it can be people drinking, but drinking the ghost, whatever the case may be. Um, and an hour to an hour and a half into the activation, please text me 2 pictures so I can share those with the client. And that's it, guys. That's all she wrote. It's pretty pretty simple, pretty cut and dry. The tent's going to be a little bit of a variable because I apologize. I just don't know what to expect with that. So if there's any questions or confusions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll answer immediately and we'll get it worked out. And like I said, I am supposed to be given a name and phone number by tomorrow for the contact of whoever's going to be driving the truck. And I'm assuming they're going to give direction on where the tent is supposed to go up. It was a surprise. So any questions? Anything we need to clarify on? Okay. Well, I'll download this deck and email it to you guys. And let me stop this recording.